Hello everyone and welcome back to our TypeScript course. In a previous lesson we briefly maintained enums. Today we will dive deeper into this topic and explore how enums can make your code more readable and maintainable. Let's get started. First, let's talk what are enums. Enums, short for enumerations, allow you to define a set named constants. They are useful when you need to represent a fixed set of related values, such as days of the week, directions, or states. Enums make your code easier to read and maintain by giving meaningful names to these values. Open our code and first step, let's clean our TypeScript file. This code is from our last lesson, and in the previous video we talked about function in TypeScript. If you didn't see my previous video, I'll add a link in the description. Okay, and now let's create our first enum. In TypeScript you can define an enum using the enum keyword. Let's create simple example with direction using keyword enum, and next we need to call our enum. It looks like object. Let's call this enum direction. Okay, and inside we add 4 values like up, down, left, and right. And now we can create variable with our move. Create new let and call this variable move. And like type we need to add our enum direction, and let's try to get direction up. Like you see, if I don't use any value, I get mistakes because we need to using some value. Let's get up, and now if I'll using method console log and print our move variable, I'll get 0 because our up value default has 0 index. But you can also define string enums where each value is assigned a string instead of a number. Let's add some string. Okay, let's create some string for every value. First create up, next create down, also create left and right. And now let's move the mouse over the element, and like you see, now we get our up value. Let's try to convert our TypeScript file to JavaScript file, and we need to open our console and add command tsk and name our file. Okay, we get JavaScript file, and now let's run our file using Node.js. Add command node and name our JavaScript file. Like you see, our console printed up because our direction up now has string value up. Okay, now let's delete this file, and enum can be used as types for function parameters to ensure that only valid values are passed. Let's create move function. We can remove this code and add keyword function. Okay, and create argument direction And now we can add type for this argument our enum. And now let's print our argument. Create new console log with text moving, and connect our argument. Do it, we need to call our enum, and using array use our argument. And now we can use this function with our enum values. Let's try to call this function and add direction left. Okay, let's continue, and now let's convert our TypeScript file to JavaScript file. Again, using command tsk and add name our TypeScript file. Okay, and run our JavaScript file. Like you see, I got mistake because I forgot to change extension. Let's run JavaScript file, and like you see, we get a moving undefined. Let's try to delete our value, and again using tsk and run this file. Like you see, now everything works well, and also you can assign custom values to the numbers of numeric enum. Let's create new enum and comment all this code. This enum will be with status. Change name, and default for our status will be new. Next status will be in progressing, and also finish status will be done. Okay, our enum is ready, and now we can add our custom numbers, like add 1 for our first value, and now our enum will be started with 1. Our new will be 1, our in progress will be 2, and done will be 3. Let's try to using console log. Call our new and do the same for our done. Okay, and now let's run our code, and like you see, we got 1 and 3. And thanks to this functionality, we can change and customize and value our enum elements. Okay, today we learned how to define and use enums, including numeric and string enums. Enums can make your code more organized and easier to understand. In the next lesson, we will explore more advanced features of TypeScript. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and see you in the next lesson.